What is up, ladies and gents? We are back, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the staff dagger. So I actually just want to highlight the beginning of this video to show the difference that gear can do. He's a fresh level 50. I'm going to be helping him out soon, but compared to someone with a lot of evasion, he has about 200 to 300 hit, and as you can see, all of his skills, he's hitting everything and it's missing. And a lot of people are going to think that's cheating, but it's not. It's gear difference. That's why you want to have evasion up for the classes that you want to specialize fighting in, so that way they can miss their attacks. Because if you can see right there, like the damage that he's doing is getting replenished by the world tree leaves and just manual health regen, whereas you could just get two tapped by a very geared player. Now here I'm fighting another player. He has a lot of good PvE gear. I don't think he has a lot of evasion gear, but he's extremely strong. He can kill me. But it's the same thing. I have around 15 evasion across the board. The best way to fight, a ranger or magic user, it would be to have 2,000 plus evasion. But even him, like you can see, he's missing. He has around 900 hit from what he tells me. So I have 1,500 evasion, so that way I can just dodge a lot of his attacks. So we go back and forth, and you can see sometimes I win, sometimes he wins, but he's counting on the fact that his hits will connect because I do have a lot of evasion. So another thing you notice too is, especially in 1v1s, I'll carry Shadow Strike along with Ankle Strike because I'm extending the amount of time that I can do damage for free on a player. This is another cool thing too. So I go invisible, he goes invis as well. But the cool thing about Meteor is that it's an AoE damage. It doesn't need to be targeted on a player. So I kill him right here. It's a fun little fact that you can have is that if someone's trying to hide in front of you and they're stationary, you can get a free hit on them because most players don't know that that can actually be a thing. But yeah, here it goes. You want to level up your skills too because my Ankle Strike would constantly knock them down if I leveled it up to level 5 because it has a 96% chance of activating. Right now I have it only at 80. But yeah, this is why staff dagger is kind of OP because one of the things is you get a lot of evasion stats, but you also get this ability that whenever you get silenced, if you don't have the dagger, you can't dodge. For example, you're gonna notice that he does silence. Like for example, right there, he silenced me right there, but he binded me, but he didn't silence me. But they're very different things. I know it's kind of confusing. But the way it works is you can bind someone and not silence them, which means they're stuck there, but they can still use their skills. But if you silence them, that means all of their skills except for Dagger, because Dagger can't be silenced. You can defend yourself. Like, for example, right here, I'm fighting a Greatsword user now instead of a bow user. I bind him there, but he's still able to use some skills. So that means he wasn't silenced. And you're going to notice I like to put my distance away from these guys because outside of their stun, they pretty much can't do anything. So once you have them waste their stun, it's pretty much free real estate. This player isn't as equipped. I would say it's like a mid-level PvPer because most Greatsword users are going to constantly use like a combo chain with Ankle Strike, Ascending Slash, and Stun. There's so many different things that you can do, but I fight and kill this guy here. See an Ankle Strike right there to continue the knockdown. And now here's fighting a more advanced Greatsword user. We definitely helped him with his rotation so you could do a longer stun. So he has more evasion and he's much more aggressive. As you can see, I can't even keep my distance from him. I try to freeze them or go cloak to just kind of maximize the amount of distance I can have against a player. So here I waste the only stamina I have and I die here because that stun, once that's it, it's over. So there you go, dead. Let's go to the next fight. Again, I'm going to lose this one too. It's going to be close mainly because I made a mistake. I froze him when I should have finished him off and basically eliminating the only chance I had to kill him. But here we go, back and forth. He's trying to get me with a stun. He has his Valiant Brawl, and I think he goes invis here. And here is a chance where I could have just done great. He's trying to get close enough to stun me there, but I have my own invis. But with buff duration, it's like 15 seconds. If you don't have leveled it up, you're going to decloak before they're even done. So right there, I made my mistake. I should have killed him right there, but you just kind of need to play on your strengths. So right here he goes, he binds me and stuns me, and then I'm dead. So the reason that was an issue is because when I froze him, I allowed his stun cooldown to come back up. At the moment, he didn't have a stun. So, but now here's me fighting an SNS wand user, and as you can see, I go invis because I don't want him to sleep bomb me. But it's inevitable. You have one hard counter class, and then 2 classes that you're supposed to be specialized in fighting, which is why this game is enjoyable. But like he's melee, weak against melee, but to make it worse, it's melee and wand. SNS wand in a 1v1 is probably the most toxic class to fight because they have all the advantage of being able to heal themselves. I could technically pot, but I mean, you really don't want to. So here, I don't have my cloak, and he's going to kill me here because he has a stacks. I try to freeze him to slow it down. Those are my only 2 ways to counter that, but I explode here and I'm dead. But yeah, that's just kind of an inside scoop of what it looks like to play as a staff dagger, to fight several different classes and to see what your strengths are. But most of the time, you really shine in large scale PvP, especially with bombing multiple people. But it's a fun class. I definitely recommend it, and it's one of the best classes in the game. But if you have any more questions, feel free to ask in the comments. And other than that, stay blessed.